He's correct. He's correct.
It kept telling me too many users, wrong password, wrong code. Then I'd shut it off at 1 o'clock in the afternoon and come back.
Jean-Louis, tu peux te préparer?
Maybe it's the water.
Water's good now.
Oh. We had no problem when the water was bad, now we got a problem.
Whatever, I'm just
Oh,
gonna
well,
use a paper copy for tonight.
Well, chicken.
It's saying we start tomorrow.
Okay, so everybody's all set? Okay, being 7 o'clock, 19 heures, I'll call this regular council meeting to order, cette réunion à l'ordre. I'd like to advise you that Councillor Daigle is joining us via teleconference. Le conseiller Daigle se joint à cette réunion via téléconférence. Donc, good evening, bonsoir. Prior to beginning this evening's meeting, avant de débuter cette réunion ce soir, I would ask that you please stand, de bien vouloir vous lever, as we observe a minute of silence for the veterans and with the November 11th Remembrance Day coming up. So, nous allons observer une minute de silence pour nos vétérans, pour notre liberté que nous avons avant la réunion, before tonight's meeting. A minute of silence, une minute de silence. Thank you. Merci. You may be seated. I would call upon the agenda, l'ordre du jour, a motion to adopt the agenda.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I would move for the adoption of the agenda.
Moved by Deputy Mayor Cyr. Do we have a seconder, a secondaire? Seconded by Conseiller Savoie. On the question, sur la question, all those in favor? Against? Motion is carried. Are there any disclosures of conflict of interest? Est-ce qu'il y a des divulgations de conflit d'intérêt?
Mr. Mayor, with regards to Section 9F, motions and resolutions, the RCVAA, I'm a member of the Board of Directors there, so I'll exclude myself from the reading.
Okay, it's been noted for the, it's been noted in regards to the RCVAA donation, le don. At this time, we'll go to number 2, the adoption of the minutes, le procès-verbaux of the October 12th and the other regular council of October 20th and the November 4th special council meeting. Someone move those minutes. Quelqu'un vient vouloir proposer ces procès-verbaux.
Je propose, Monsieur le maire.
Proposé par la conseillère Parent. Do we have a seconder, a secondaire?
I'll second it, Mr. Mayor.
Seconded by Councillor Babcock. On the question, sur la question. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Against? Motion is carried. Under public presentations, petitions, and appearances, so we have a zoning, there's none, excuse me. Il n'y en a pas. Number 4, we'll go to zoning matters. A, airing of objections, 11 Alexander Street, audition des objections pour 11 rue Alexander. Et comme vous pouvez voir, il n'y a aucune objection qui a été reçue. We have no objections that have been received. So what we'll do is we'll go to 5, correspondence and reading of communication. Okay, excuse me.
Mr.
Go
Mayor,
ahead.
just sorry, Kim, do we need to, I think we need to accept the views, yeah?
Yeah, so the, in your agenda, you'll have the, you can see the views of the PRAC, which was forwarded to you. So the PRAC recommended that the proposed amendments be approved as presented. So that's presented for your information.
Great. Thank you very much, and thank you, Manon. So someone move the acceptance of the views in regards to the 11 Alexander Street project.
Mr. Mayor, I would move for the acceptance of the views and as presented by the Rescouche Regional Service Commission.
Okay, do we have a seconder or secondaire?
I'll second that, Mr. Mayor.
Seconded by Councillor Babcock, so that the views, le point de vue concernant le projet à 11 rue Alexander soit reçu. On the question, sur la question, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Against, motion is carried. 5, correspondence, reading of communications, the building inspector's report. Someone read just the information in regards to the report being accepted.
Mr. Mayor, I would move that the building inspector's report for the month of October be received. For the month of October 21, there were 9 building permits that were issued for the period of an estimated value of $185,562.
Est-ce que nous avons un secondeur? Seconded by Councillor Loga. On the question, sur la question, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Against, motion is carried. Number 6 is the ratification of the Treasurer's report, la ratification des rapports du trésorier. And as you can see, there is a little spiel there someone needs to read. Please read that. Someone?
Then, okay, City of Campbellton Treasurer's Monthly Report, Block Number 10, September 5th, 2021, October 2nd, 2021. Summary to the Council of the City of Campbellton. Expenditures for the accounting block number 10 ending October 2nd, 2021, and pursuant to bylaw number A-3, section 60, I hereby submit the report for all expenditures for block number 10 for ratification in the amount of $578,188.53.
Do we have a seconder, secondeur?
Second.
Seconded by Deputy Mayor Cyr. On the question, sur la question. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Against, motion is carried. We go to number 7, which is the presentation and consideration of reports of standing in special committees, la présentation des rapports des comités spéciaux. Finance Administration Committee, there is a report there, if someone could read that, either in French or English, si quelqu'un peut lire le rapport concernant les réunions qui a été présenté.
Je vais faire la lecture, Monsieur le maire.
Oui.
Rapport des comités permanents. Comité des finances et de l'administration. Le maire Comeau, en tant que président du comité des finances et de l'administration, désire vous informer que le comité s'est rencontré 3 fois lors du mois d'octobre 2021 pour traiter des sujets suivants. Le 4 octobre 2021, affaires nouvelles, attribution de l'appel d'offres numéro SNO, trait d'union 2021-01, opération de déneigement de rue. Attribution de l'appel d'offres numéro SNO, trait d'union 2021, trait d'union 02, opération de déneigement des trottoirs. Achat, celle de voirie et transportation, Atlantic Purification Systems turbidimètre. Information, correspondance, problème avec l'eau, 67 rue Prince-William. Session à huis clos, de l'acquisition de la disposition projetée ou en cours de biens-fonds à des fins municipales, d'informations relatives au travail et à l'emploi, y compris à la convention collective et autres. Le 18 octobre 2021, affaires nouvelles, rapport du trésorier, bloc numéro 10, arrêté concernant la taxe sur l'hébergement touristique. SPA du Restigouche en temps 2022, service de répartition incendie 2022. Achat, iFood Equipment, friteuse électrique, niveleuse avec aile de neige. Session à huis clos, des renseignements personnels, d'informations qui pourraient occasionner des gains ou des pertes financières pour une personne ou une municipalité ou qui pourraient compromettre des négociations en vue d'aboutir à la conclusion d'un accord ou d'un contrat, de l'acquisition ou de la disposition projetée ou en cours de biens-fonds à des fins municipales, d'informations relatives au travail et à l'emploi, y compris la convention collective. Le 25 octobre 2021, affaires nouvelles, présentation du budget 2022 CAAC, Halloween, Club Restigouche Snowmobile Club, demandé de placer de la signalisation. Achat, High Country Limited, barre d'adaptation de l'âme. Présentation budgétaire, fonds d'eau et d'égouts 2022. Session à huis clos d'informations qui pourraient occasionner des gains ou des pertes financières pour une personne ou une municipalité ou qui pourraient compromettre des négociations en vue d'aboutir à la conclusion d'un accord ou d'un contrat. D'informations relatives au travail et à l'emploi, y compris la convention collective.
Do we have a seconder or secondeur? Seconded by Deputy Mayor Cyr. On the question, sur la question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against, motion is carried. Next, we go to appointments to committees, nomination des comités. Being none, we'll go to 9, and 9A is conditional rezoning agreement for 11 Alexander Street. Entente conditionnelle de rezonage sur la 11 rue Alexander. Manon, they read the resolution, they don't read they don't, that's just an agreement, eh? I thought this was just an agreement, it doesn't state anything in regards to, because it doesn't state move or anything.
Well, there's nothing confidential there, so I would think to be on the safe side, I would read the whole thing.
Yeah, read, to
Part
read.
of the process, so.
Okay, so will someone read the resolution and then we'll go into the agreement after, so. Mélanie, okay, go ahead, Deputy Mayor Seer.
Okay, resolution. I'm just gonna, whereas council adopted by bylaw Z-1-54 regarding PIDs 503-62516 and 504-01892, and whereas council previously adopted a conditional rezoning bylaw Z-1-22 for the PID 503-62516, which was filed in the Restigouche County Registry Office on August 31st, 2010, as number 291-65892, and whereas council wishes to cancel the previous conditional rezoning bylaw and resolution and enter into an agreement with the current property owner, be it resolved that council adopts the conditioning rezoning agreement below as per its authority under 59(1)(b). Is it 59(1)(b) or 59(IB)? 1B, eh? 1B?
1B.
Of the Community Planning Act. Be it also resolved that the conditional rezoning bylaw and resolution entitled Bylaw Number Z-1-22, a bylaw to amend Bylaw Number Z-1 zoning bylaw, and registered in the Restigouche County Registry Office on August 31st, 2010, as number 291-65892, is hereby repelled.
We have a seconder, un secondaire? Seconded by Councillor Mélanie, Parent, excuse me. On the question, la question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion is carried. Someone read the conditional rezoning agreement, bylaw number Z-154, the agreement between Sam Pollock and the City of Campbellton.
I'll continue it.
Okay.
Conditional rezoning agreement, bylaw number Z-1-54, Community Planning Act, Section 59, between Samuel Andrew Pollock, residing at 30 Duncan Street in the Village of Tidehead, Province of New Brunswick, hereinafter referred to as the owner of the first part, and the City of Campbellton, a local government created under the Local Governance Act and its regulations, hereinafter referred to as the city. On the second part, whereas in response to a rezoning request by a previous owner, the property having the PID number 503-62516 located at 11 Alexander Street was rezoned in 2010 from Highway Commercial 3, HC3, zone to multiple residential R3 zone, subject to conditions to permit one-story multiple family dwelling containing a maximum of 5 dwelling units. And whereas a one-story multiple family dwelling containing 4 dwelling units was constructed by the previous owner in 2011-2012. And whereas the owner acquired the said property and 4-unit multiple family dwelling in 2014, and B, in 2018, acquired a parcel having PID number 504-01892, zoned institutional zone, and annexed it to the said property for the purpose of expanding the existing 4-unit multiple family dwelling. And whereas the city received a rezoning application from the owner to change the 2010 rezoning in effect for PID 503-62516 and to change the institutional zoning in effect for PID 504-01892 to permit the addition of 2 dwelling units to the existing 4-unit multiple family dwelling located at 11 Alexander Street, hereinafter referred to as the property subject to the rezoning. And whereas council has made bylaw number Z-1-54 and council wishes to add conditions that would apply to the rezoning. And whereas council intends to conclude an agreement with the owner to assure that on the rezoning of the property, the land and any building or structure on the land is developed and used in accordance with the terms and conditions of the agreement. And whereas this agreement will permit a specific proposal as provided for in section 59 of the Community Planning Act, and which is adopted by resolution after the making of bylaw number Z-1-54. And whereas subsection 59(2) of the Community Planning Act stipulates that this agreement, once entered into, will only take effect after certified copies of the rezoning bylaw and the agreement are filed in the Land Registration Office. Be it resolved that the following terms and conditions are imposed on the property subject to the rezoning. 1. Despite the making of bylaw number Z-1-54, the lands, buildings, and structures must also comply with all the applicable provisions of bylaw number Z-1 and amendments thereto. 2, a multiple family dwelling containing no more than 1 story and no more than 6 dwelling units is permitted on the subject property. 3, the owner is responsible to ensure that A, the new dwelling units and existing 4 multiple family dwellings will not create any further water issues for adjacent streets and properties. B, the existing water, sanitary sewer, and sewer lateral lines from the street line to the existing 4-unit multiple family dwelling are of adequate size, elevation, and slope to accommodate the addition of new dwelling units. C, the existing private driveway will give access to all dwelling units. Access over City of Campbellton land is not permitted. And D, emergency responders can have continuous access to all units by way of the parking area. 4, prior to the connection or reconnection of the City of Campbellton services, the owner must first obtain a plumbing permit from the Department of Public Safety, Technical Inspection Services. Then the owner must apply to the City of Campbellton's Water and Sewer Department for a water and sewer permit. After a water and sewer permit is issued, the owner must schedule connection or reconnection to the City of Campbellton services with the Water and Sewer Department at 789-27867. The Water and Sewer Department must be present and advised at least 72 hours before connection or reconnection. 5, it is the responsibility of the owners to obtain any permits or approvals required to develop the property after the rezoning from the authorities having jurisdiction, as well as meet all timelines required upon the issuance of such permits or approvals. 2, the above-mentioned terms and conditions are binding upon the parties, their administrators, officers, heirs, and assigns. 3, the owner has 2 years from the filing of these conditions to obtain the necessary approvals and permits to begin his intended development. 4, on the rezoning of the land in the zone and any building or structure on the land shall not be developed or used except in accordance with the proposal set out, terms and conditions imposed, and time limits prescribed. 5, both parties have had the opportunity to consult legal counsel regarding the requirements of Section 59 of the Community Planning Act prior to signing this agreement. Mayor Kummel will sign, Manon Cloutier will sign, and Mr. Pollock will be signing.
Do we have a seconder and seconder?
I'll second it, Mr. Mayor.
Seconded by Councilor Babcock. On the question, sur la question, all those in favor? Against? Motion is carried. So thank you, Kim, for all that work, and thank you for Sam for believing in this area in Campbellton. So we'll go now to appointments to B, iFood equipment, electric fryers. We'll start with Councilor Sabois. Allez-y.
Oui, Monsieur le maire, qu'il soit résolu par le conseil de la ville de Campbellton d'accorder l'achat de 2 friteuses électriques à iFood Equipment au montant de 6 289,96 $, plus les taxes applicables. Autre soumissionnaire, Summertime Industries, au montant de 5 060 $ plus les taxes. La livraison était trop longue, donc 8 semaines. Davidson Food Equipment and Supplies Limited était de 14 793,60 $, plus les taxes.
Do we have a seconder or seconder? Seconded by Deputy Mayor Cyr. On the question, sur la question, all those in favor? Against? Motion is carried. Next is the High Country Limited Blade Adapter Bar.
Qu'il soit résolu par le conseil de la ville de Campbellton d'accorder l'achat d'une barre d'adaptation de lames fabriquées à High Country Limited au montant de 4 900 plus les taxes applicables. Autres soumissionnaires, seul fournisseur.
On a un secondeur,
J'appuie.
secondé par le conseiller Savoie. On the question, sur la question, all those in favor? Against? Motion is carried. Basse Construction Limitée, sidewalk, curbs, and gutters.
Be it resolved by the Council of the City of Hamilton that the concrete sidewalk curbs repair work be awarded to Basque Construction Limited for the following amounts plus applicable taxes. Concrete sidewalks, $188 per square meters. Concrete curb gutters, $192 per meter. Total for $15,475.64 plus tax. Other bidders, only supplier at that time.
We have a seconder, un secondeur? Seconded by Deputy Mayor Cyr. On the question, sur la question, all those in favor? Against? Motion is carried. Road, salt, and transportation. Go ahead, Councilor. Bouton, thank you.
Resolution, be it resolved by the Council of the City of Hamilton that the purchase of road salt for the 2021 to 2022 season be awarded to PCS Sales Canada, Inc., and that the delivery be awarded to RH Franet Trucking Limited for a total amount of $97 per ton, plus applicable taxes. PCS Sales Canada, Inc., $58 per ton plus tax. RH Franet Trucking Limited, $39 per ton plus tax. Other bidders purchased, this was purchased through the Department of Transportation and Infrastructure and Schedule B Entity Group Municipalities.
Do we have a seconder, un secondeur? Seconded by Deputy Mayor Cyr. On the question, sur la question, all those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion is carried. Next, we'll go to the RCVAA donation with a conflict of interest declared by Councilor, Deputy Mayor Cyr. So,
Resolution, whereas the City Council supports individuals and community groups and recognizes the importance of these organizations, be it resolved by the Council of the City of Hamilton that the following donation be ratified. RCVA, $250.
do we have a seconder, un secondeur?
Second.
Seconded by the conseiller Savoie. All those in favor? Against? Motion is carried. Councilor Cyr? Next is the audit for 2021, Allen, Paquette, and Arsenault. Someone read that motion, please.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. Whereas the Council of the City of Hamilton received a quotation from the Chartered Accountant firm of Allen, Paquette, and Arsenault, LLP, for its auditing service for the 2021 fiscal year in the amount of $34,500 plus applicable taxes, and also for the 2021 pension plan year and in the amount of $2,250 plus applicable taxes. Be it resolved by the Council of the City of Hamilton that Allen and Paquette and Arsenault LLP be appointed city auditor for the annual and pension plan audits ending December 31st, 2021. Be it further resolved that Be it further resolved to authorize the mayor and the city clerk to sign any related documents.
Do we have a seconder, un secondeur?
I'll second that, Mr. Mayor.
Secondé par la conseillère Parent. On the question, sur la question, all those in favor? Against? Motion is carried. Any inquiries by members of council? Replies to any previous inquiries being none, we'll go to number 12, consideration and passing of bylaws. And the first one is bylaw M119. Don't forget, these have to be read in both the languages, dans les deux langues. We stop right after, before the aesthetics, and then we proceed again. So, let's go.
Okay, bylaw number M-1-19, a bylaw to amend bylaw number M-1, City of Hamilton Municipal Plan. I move that leave now be given to introduce the third reading by title of bylaw number M-1-19, a bylaw to amend bylaw number M-1, City of Hamilton Municipal Plan bylaw.
Do we have a seconder? Hein?
Je
En
vais
français.
parler en français right après, puis après ça, on va faire
Oui,
la motion.
c'est bien.
Arrêté numéro M, tradunion 1, tradunion 19, un arrêté modifiant l'arrêté numéro M, tradunion 1, plan municipal de la City of Campbellton. Je propose que soit présentée la troisième lecture par titre de l'arrêté numéro M, tradunion 1, tradunion 19, un arrêté modifiant l'arrêté numéro M, tradunion 1, arrêté du plan municipal de la City of Campbellton.
Do we have a seconder? Seconded by Conseiller Parent. On the question? La question, all those in favor? Against? Motion is carried.
Third, bylaw number M-1-19, a bylaw to amend bylaw number M-1, City of Campbellton Municipal Plan bylaw. I move that this constitutes third reading by title of bylaw number M-1-19, a bylaw to amend bylaw number M-1, City of Campbellton Municipal Plan bylaw. Troisième, arrêté numéro M-1, 19, un arrêté modifiant l'arrêté numéro M-1, arrêté du plan municipal de la City of Campbellton. Je propose que cette lecture constitue la troisième partie de l'arrêté numéro M-1, 19, un arrêté modifiant l'arrêté numéro M-1, arrêté du plan municipal de la City of Campbellton.
Do we have a seconder, seconder?
Je second.
Seconded by Councillor Savoie. I saw the light. On the question, sur la question, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Against, motion is carried. Next is a continuation for 11 Alexander Street. These two bylaws are dealing with Alexander Street. Bylaw number Z154. Bouton.
Bylaw number Z-1-54, a bylaw to amend bylaw number Z-1, City of Campbellton zoning bylaw. I move that leave now be given to introduce the third reading by title of bylaw number Z-1-54, a bylaw to amend bylaw number Z-1, City of Campbellton zoning bylaw. Arrêté numéro Z-1, 54, un arrêté modifiant l'arrêté numéro Z-1, arrêté de zonage de la City of Campbellton, désolé. Je propose que soit présentée la troisième lecture par titre de l'arrêté numéro Z-1, 54, un arrêté modifiant l'arrêté numéro Z-1, arrêté de zonage de la City of Campbellton.
We have a seconder, un seconder.
Second.
Seconded by Deputy Mayor Seer. On the question, sur la question, all those in favor? Against, motion is carried.
Third, bylaw number Z-1-54, a bylaw to amend bylaw number Z-1, City of Campbellton zoning bylaw. I move that this constitute third reading by title of bylaw number Z-1-54, a bylaw to amend bylaw number Z-1, City of Campbellton zoning bylaw. Troisième, arrêté numéro Z-1, 54, un arrêté modifiant l'arrêté numéro Z-1, arrêté de zonage de la City of Campbellton. Je propose que cette lecture constitue la troisième par titre de l'arrêté numéro Z-1, 54, un arrêté modifiant l'arrêté numéro Z-1, arrêté de zonage de la City of Campbellton.
Do we have a seconder, un seconder?
Second.
Seconded by Deputy Mayor Seer. On the question, sur la question, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against, motion is carried. Next is the collection and disposal garbage bylaw. Someone read, please.
Oui, Monsieur le maire, je peux vous le lire.
Okay, allez-y.
It is bylaw number W3-2, a bylaw to amend bylaw number W3, a bylaw to regulate the collection and disposal of garbage and other materials in the city of Campbellton. I move that leave now be given to introduce first and second readings by title of bylaw number W3-2, a bylaw to amend bylaw W3, bylaw to regulate the collection and disposal of garbage and other materials in the city of Campbellton. Arrêté numéro W3-2, un arrêté modifiant l'arrêté numéro W3, arrêté réglementant la collection et l'élimination des ordures ménagères et autres matières dans la City of Campbellton. Je propose que soit présentée La première et deuxième lecture ont titre de l'arrêté numéro W32, un arrêté modifiant W3, l'arrêté réglementant la collecte et l'élimination des ordures ménagères et autres matières dans la City of Campbellton.
Do we have a seconder, un secondaire? Second. Seconded by Deputy Mayor Sear. On the question, sur la question, all those in favor? Against, motion is carried.
Premier, arrêté numéro 3.2, un arrêté modifiant l'arrêté numéro W3, arrêté réglementant la collecte et l'élimination des ordures ménagères et autres matières dans la City of Campbellton. Je propose que cette lecture constitue la première partie de l'arrêté numéro W3.2, un arrêté modifiant l'arrêté W3, arrêté réglementant la collecte et l'élimination des ordures ménagères et autres matières dans la City of Campbellton. First reading, bylaw number W32, a bylaw to amend bylaw W3, a bylaw to regulate the collection and disposal of garbage and other materials in the city of Campbellton. I move that this constitute first reading by title of bylaw W32, a bylaw to amend bylaw W3, a bylaw to regulate the collection and disposal of garbage and other material in the city of Campbellton.
Seconder, un secondaire? Second. Seconded by Deputy Mayor Sear. On the question, sur la question, all those in favor? Against, motion is carried. Second.
Second reading, bylaw number W32, a bylaw to amend bylaw W3, a bylaw to regulate the collection and disposal of garbage and other materials in the city of Campbellton. I move that this constitutes second reading by title of bylaw W3, a bylaw to amend bylaw W3, a bylaw to regulate the collection and disposal of garbage and other materials in the city of Campbellton. Deuxième lecture, arrêté W3.2, un arrêté modifiant l'arrêté W3, arrêté réglementant la collecte et l'élimination des ordures ménagères et autres matières dans la City of Campbellton. Je propose que cette lecture constitue la deuxième partie de l'arrêté W3.2, un arrêté modifiant l'arrêté W3, l'arrêté réglementant la collecte et l'élimination des ordures ménagères et autres matières dans la City of Campbellton.
Do we have a seconder? Second. Seconded by Deputy Mayor Sear. Do we have a question? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Against, motion is carried. Thank you, Councillor Dagg. You can leave your mic on. Tourism levy, conseiller Savoie.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. Bylaw number L-12. A bylaw respecting a tourism accommodation levied in the city of Campbellton. I move that leave now be given to introduce the first and second reading by title of bylaw number L-12, a bylaw respecting a tourism accommodation levy in the city of Campbellton. Arrêté numéro L-12, un arrêté concernant la taxe sur l'hébergement touristique dans la City of Campbellton. Je propose que soient présentées les premières et deuxièmes lectures par titre de l'arrêté numéro L-12, un arrêté concernant la taxe sur l'hébergement touristique dans la City of Campbellton.
Do we have a seconder, un secondaire? Seconded by Deputy Mayor, by Councillor Babcock. On the question, sur la question, all those in favor? Against? Motion is carried.
First, a bylaw number L-12, a bylaw respecting a tourism accommodation levy in the city of Campbellton. I move that this constitute first reading by title of bylaw number L-12, a bylaw respecting a tourism accommodation levy in the city of Campbellton. Première, arrêté numéro L-12, un arrêté concernant la taxe sur l'hébergement touristique dans la city of Campbellton. Je propose que cette lecture constitue la première partie de l'arrêté numéro L-12, un arrêté concernant la taxe sur l'hébergement touristique dans la City of Campbellton.
Do we have a seconder? Second. Seconded by Councillor Babcock. On the question, sur la question, all those in favor? Aye. Against? Motion is carried.
Second bylaw number L-12, a bylaw respecting a tourism accommodation levy in the City of Campbellton. I move that this constitute the second reading by title of bylaw number L-12, a bylaw respecting a tourism accommodation levy in the city of Campbellton. Deuxième arrêté numéro L-12, un arrêté concernant la taxe sur l'hébergement touristique dans la City of Hamilton. Je propose que cette lecture constitue la deuxième, par titre, de l'arrêté numéro L-12, un arrêté concernant la taxe sur l'hébergement touristique dans la City of Hamilton.
Seconder? Seconded by Councillor Babcock. On the question, sur la question. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Against? Did you say aye? And did you say nay? Okay, no, sorry. Oh, okay. So all those, okay, everybody's in favor, sorry. We just heard. Okay, motion carried. Any notices of motion? Any motions of which notices have been given? Being none, just before we adjourn, I encourage residents to observe November 11th on Thursday, though it's all canceled at the Civic Center. There will be via the Legion's page, sur la page de la Légion, Facebook, les cérémonies seront là live, en direct. Donc, j'encourage nos résidents de prendre quelques minutes pour observer le 11 novembre, November 11th, being so important to our freedom, à notre liberté. Do we have someone to adjourn?
Oui, Monsieur le maire, je propose l'ajournement.
Proposé par le conseiller Sabois, la clôture de la séance. We don't need a motion, a secondary? All those, on the questions, la question, all those in favor? Against? Motion is carried. Thank you.